Welcome. My name is Nichole Turnbloom. I'm a certified yoga therapist, the owner of Sonoma Yoga Therapy, and an alternative healing provider for Verity. In tonight's short video, we will use breath, movement, and rhythm to ease the tension from our bodies, calm our mind, and reset our nervous system for a peaceful night's sleep. You will need, for this video, an eye pillow if you have one, and 1 to 2 blankets or pillows. I invite you to find a comfortable place to begin, either seated on a chair, on the edge of a bed, or on the floor. We'll begin by taking 3 breaths. Inhale as you notice the breath coming in through the nostrils, drifting down the throat in towards the chest, and on the exhale, allowing the shoulders to relax down towards the hips. And taking 2 more breaths, following the breath all the way in and all the way out. As you follow the breath in, imagine it's like a nice spring breeze. Allow the freshness and the light and the coolness of the breath to come in. Allowing the tension to dissipate from the shoulders, the neck, the jaw. Next, bring your attention to your neck. On the next exhale, we'll begin to draw the chin down towards the chest. On the inhale, allowing the gaze to go up towards the ceiling. Please only move the neck for what feels comfortable and safe for you. Drawing the chin up towards the ceiling. On an inhale, noticing the sensation in the front of the chest and the throat as you do so. As you take the chin down towards the chest, noticing any sensations in the back of the neck and between the shoulders. And continue with your breath, saying a nice, mindful yes to nourishment, to self-care, and to ease. Good. And I invite you to bring your attention back to center as you bring your head into a neutral position. From here, we'll begin to make a small circle with the nose on the opposite wall. If your neck sounds like an old wood floor, I grew up in an old house and my neck sometimes does feel like that old creaky floor. And if that's the case for you, then please make your movement smaller. You can imagine that you're just tracing a penny with your nose. As you find more ease in the neck, as the breath slows, and you come into the rhythm of inhaling and exhaling, bringing the chin down on the exhale, making the head round up on the inhale, or finding another rhythm that works for you, you may find that you can begin to make those neck circles larger. But please do not go into pain, and please certainly do not go into noise. And you're welcome to go in the opposite direction if you haven't already. You may notice one direction, the neck makes some noise, the other direction it might not. Good. Movement tends to be incredibly relaxing. I'm already feeling a little sleepy myself. And coming back to center. One last movement here and then we'll come onto our backs. We'll go ahead and take the shoulders up on an inhale. Again, how far up you take is up to you. And on an exhale, we'll take them down. So just shrugging. Exhale out. Inhale and taking the shoulders up, and exhaling and take them out. We'll do this about 3 or 4 more times, this time making circles. Either doing the circles together with both shoulders, or doing 1 or 2 circles on one side And maybe a couple on the other side. Breathing in as the shoulder comes up, breathing out as the shoulder goes back down. Okay. Coming back to center, taking a breath here. Again, notice any differences in the neck and the jaw and the way you breathe. Okay. And we'll take the legs out in front of us, drawing the knees together, and we'll come onto your backs. And as you come onto your back, I invite you to wiggle your shoulders underneath you. And we'll begin by taking the right leg in towards the chest. Exhale and release that leg up towards the ceiling. Stretching at the back of the leg. On an exhale, draw the leg in towards the chest. On an inhale, release the leg up towards the ceiling. And another time as we draw the leg in towards the chest, exhaling, getting a nice massage into the organs on the right side. This can help with digestion here. Exhale as you lengthen the leg up towards the ceiling. We'll begin to make a circle here with the ankle. Try to get as full a range of motion with that foot as possible. And pointing and flexing the foot along as if you're painting the ceiling. And I invite you next to draw that leg in towards the chest on your next exhale. We'll make a circle here with the hip, either holding below the knee or behind. Making a circle here, going in both directions. Noticing what circle feels and the most nourishing for you. What is the most easeful? Following in the own rhythm of your breath. Part of the circle is an inhale, part is an exhale. When you're done with your circles, bringing that foot back down to the floor and noticing any differences on the right and the left side, from the foot all the way up to the hip and into the back. It's not necessary to name anything, we're just noticing, observing. On the next breath, bring the opposite leg in towards the chest. On an inhale, lengthen the leg up towards the ceiling. On an exhale, draw the leg in towards the chest. On an inhale, lengthen the leg up towards the ceiling. And keep going. Okay. And then the next time that you have your leg extended towards the ceiling, we'll make a circle with this ankle. It's also taking one leg up at a time helps to drain the lymph system. And then pointing and flexing the foot. Nourishing the joints by moving them in their respective parts. And the next time you bring the leg in towards the chest, we'll make a circle here with the hip. And again, you can hold either underneath the knee or just below the knee. Making circles both externally and internally. So out to the side or in towards the center. Good. And then drawing that foot back down towards the floor when you're finished with your circles. Good. And then from here, we'll just gently take both knees over to the right and the head over to the left. Take 1 to 3 breaths here. And doing the same thing on the opposite side, drawing the head and knees up to center. Exhale as you take the knees over to the opposite side. Take 1 to 3 breaths on this side. Again, opening the window, allowing the spring breeze to come into the body. Bring some lightness. Bring some freshness. Bring some space and ease. Good. Drawing the legs back up to center. And here's where you might want to have a blanket right underneath your knees. And if you don't already have one underneath your head, you may like to have one underneath your head as well. If you have an eye pillow, you can place it over your eyes. And then finally, you can take another blanket and place it across your abdomen, which really helps with anxiety. It just helps us to feel grounded. Good. And then give yourself a moment here to wiggle and find a comfortable place. Good. And bringing your hands either onto your body or along the floor. And welcoming that inhale, watching it as it comes into the body, along the nose, through the throat, down into the chest and abdomen, and then following the breath all the way out. As you do so, notice any tension in the legs. And easing that tension out. On an exhale on the right leg. Easing any tension on the left leg, noticing if there's any in the foot, the toes, all the way up to the hip. And easing any tension on the left leg. Taking your attention up the torso, softening in the lower abdomen, the low back, up through the stomach, the rib cage, in through the organs, the lungs, the heart. Softening the shoulders and the upper spine into the floor. And bringing your attention next to the right arm, softening the right arm down to the elbow. And from the elbow down to the wrist and hand. Bringing your attention next to the throat, taking a swallow here. Softening in the jaw, the mouth, the lips. And taking the attention to the left shoulder, softening the left shoulder into the floor. The left upper arm to the elbow, and then the elbow all the way down to the wrist and fingertips. Taking your attention next to the face and softening the skin on the forehead, the eyes, cheeks. Softening the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the ears. And continue following the breath in and out. Whatever thoughts and emotions come up, you notice them. You come back to breathing. invite you to bring some movement into your fingers and toes. Noticing yourself along the floor or the bed, wherever you might be. And then bringing your feet to the floor. If you have a blanket across the abdomen, you can remove it. And rolling over onto one side. And using your hands to push yourself up to sitting. We'll end with 3 breaths tonight. Breathing in and breathing out. Noticing the pauses at the top of the inhale and at the bottom of the exhale. May you sleep well.